Okay, sit rep. I managed to escape the Zeds. I got free of their clutches. The moon went down, the sun came up, and they all seemed to dissipate. That's the good news. The bad news, however, I was wearing more of them than I think they were wearing of themselves. And so I kinda had to ditch most of my clothes. They were soaked in blood. But that's okay. Yeah, I know a trick or two. They used to call me Mad Old Burt, that's for sure. Always preparing for an apocalypse that would never come. But they were wrong. And I was right. And so, where does that leave us? Well, thankfully, I learned in all of my preparation how to weave our own body armor. But I do need a little bit of wood first. This way we can weave the threads and sew the wood into the lining. And I'll admit, it doesn't look pretty, but it'll do the job. And by applying that same logic, we can get an axe. Then it's just a case of chipping away at a tree and hatching through a stone. Thankfully, I managed to get a good bit of timber off of there. And that thick branch will be just what I need to bash in some skulls. But that's if we even let them get close. Because I managed to find a good old branch that was thick, strong, and sturdy, and we could take a bit of that weaving thread that we used earlier on and make ourselves a bit of a primitive bow. It certainly ain't pretty, but it'll get the job done. And with a few of these here feathers, I can fashion myself some rudimentary arrows. Now, I did have a cabin somewhere out this way. The question becomes, can I actually remember whereabouts it is?
What I didn't know was that I wasn't alone. There were others. Some wanted to farm and help people. Others were just following orders of their chief. And then there was him.
Now, would you look at this? Some good old animal bones. These are actually really good, as you can sharpen these down to a really nasty point. Well, would you look at this? It's another one of these undead freaks. This time I'm a little bit more or less prepared for you, but I know exactly how to take you down. Yeah, she's the 5th victim that I've put down so far. There seems to be less out here than there was back at that town I was in. You know, if I had any of those guns that I had before, the M16, the Enfield rifle, the 50 cal, I'd put all of these son of a guns to rest. But I don't. I really, really don't. Well, let's find my cabin. Well, that looks like the place for sure. We must assume that the perimeter has been breached. There were too many Zeds last night for this just to be a fluke. We will approach with caution. If we can keep the high ground, them son of a guns won't be able to climb easily. But we need to ensure that we proceed with caution. And aim well and true. Oh, this place is already falling apart. It's been a hot minute since I've been up this way. Yep, we got some of the undead. I am Burt Remmington. Hear me, rah, you rah. Now we'll keep quiet. See if there's any more undead in here. Well, it seems that I've disturbed his meal. Yeah, looks like we got a few more of them in here. Just put them all down. Well, aside from that, I'd say that we are clear. Although I'd be lying if I said I wasn't nervous about going down here. I've seen them back in the city, just hoarding in basements. Now, someone's been here. The safe still looks secure, but I didn't leave ammo and food out, that's for sure. Oh, I can hear the groanings of something that's not living. There he is! There's one down. Second one down. Thankfully, the storm cellar still works. Now, what supplies did I leave behind? Yeah, some 7.62. I remember there being a lot more. Some pears, or a lot more food than that when I was last here. Somebody has been here. Look, they've opened up my crate. Well, at least they left me a magazine to read. Oh, I noticed they took the other ones, though. Thankfully, they weren't able to pry into my shotgun stuff, so I never opened this when I ordered it. Yeah. I want a refund. Would now be a bad time to say that I just don't remember what combination I used. I tried my ex-wife's birthday. I tried my favorite gun serial number. I've tried a few things, and gonna have to find another way into my safe. Nevertheless, I am stating my claim to my own land. Stash away what we've managed to find so far. Except this picture, we'll put this picture up on the wall. You know, they used to call me Crackpot Burt. Oh, back in the day. Preparing for an apocalypse that would never happen. But now he's laughing. But I wasn't alone. It wasn't just me. There were families all up and down the western seaboard. And the eastern. And the northern. We were all over the world. Ready, prepared. One of these guys, his name was Rekt, and he said when the apocalypse comes knocking, he'll be the one to offer out work. So I'm gonna go and see if he's got any jobs that we can tackle. Cause that's the one thing with the apocalypse. There ain't no governments. There's no medical facilities. There's nothing to keep you safe. It's all about what you and I can do to survive together. Like putting down the undead that keep getting back up. And I don't know what's causing the virus. Whether it's a parasite, chemical warfare. What I do know is my grandma cured everything with a bit of honey. And boy, did she make a mean honey pumpkin pie for sure. Never did have a cold for more than 48 hours when she was around. But sadly, we buried her back in 06. Well, would you look at that. Rekt feeds. I knew this guy would have survived. Tough son of a gun family these were. And they never did secure their stuff. Definitely having his anvil. Now, he used to always let people stay in these cabins, but they always left food over, and Rekt, well, he just left it lying around. So I'll have it.
Well, if it isn't another survivor.
And I guess I found a jackhammer.
There's no need for that.
Tell you what, when that shipment of iron turns up I ordered from your brother back in Nazigane, before the damn apocalypse.
Well, there. Any orders placed with our family before the outbreak are now null and void, son. Hard to find the right supply lines when the world decided to start eating one another. Now I'm the one folks turn to when they need something done. They pay me and I take care of it.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
Well, I don't personally see to it. I take my broker free and hire others. It's a damn apocalypse, son. Folk are scared, worried about their next meal. And if they got the dukes, then I got their backs.
Sure, because you're such a loving guy.
I am. I love dukes in my pocket and liquor in my belly. But don't get me wrong, son. I take my job as a broker seriously. I don't just hand jobs out to anybody. Gotta make sure I can trust you to do the right thing. If I got a family and need a place, they ain't gonna pay if you take it for yourself. Since I know this city inside and out, you best come to me when you need a little something. You'd be surprised at how many times two ends of hope end up being the same piece.
I came out here looking to hold up in my father's old cabin. But as luck would have it, somebody's already tore the piece to shreds. Most everything I had is gone. Not gonna make it long without any food. You help with that?
Yeah, everybody's looking for that. Tell you what, take the shovel, hand me a map, and I'll send you to a supply crate I buried. Got them all up and down the valley. I only care for the crate off White River. You can keep the rest.
I told you he was a slimy old git. Always working an angle, that guy. Anyway, he said the supplies were out south. He said to look out for some sort of beacon that he put down. He marked the spot. Well, I'm guessing this is it. Time to dig up his stupid supplies. Well, what's he gone and stashed out here? Some moldy bread, some murky water, and there must have been a pork chop at one point. It ain't so good anymore. Oh, and of course, the undead army are called in. Well, I'm nothing as if capable of putting them down. Well, if not capable of putting them down, I should say. Right, let's go and deliver this to Rekt, prove our worth. Maybe he'll trust us with a big job. Really, Rekt? You sent me out there for that? A moldy sandwich and what looks like somebody's used toilet water?
Well, son, everybody wants food these days. Can't just be sending everybody after it when nobody gets any. I'll make sure I can trust you. Speaking of which, where's those supplies?
Yeah, relax. I got him right here. Here you go.
See? Was that so hard, son?
No, but I'd really like to have some food in my belly.
Well, let me talk to my people, bud. Like I said, one piece of rope, two ends. If I can find a job at a local food mart, then I'll be sure to send it your way, now that I know that you bring the goods back. But like I said, I always pay, and here's your payment.
I thought you said something about dukes. What is this anyway?
Yeah, somebody left that leaning up outside. It's yours now.
I don't know whether to shoot them with this thing or whack them over the head. Anyway, it's getting late, Rekt. I'm gonna head back to my cabin now.
Well, I'll see you tomorrow, bud.
This isn't a shotgun, it's a glorified potato gun. I've shot BBs that look better than this. Well, might as well at least make sure that it's loaded. Full auto, 24 rounds a minute. That's what I had back in Nezagane, the night the apocalypse began. Cut through all of the mother humpers, every single one of them. Until I didn't. Until it went click, 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 click. And now I'm down to a glorified potato gun. Well, I suppose it does the job. Let's just reload it again. Well, I've managed to make it back here to the cabin. I think I'm gonna hold up through the night here. Maybe clear it out, tidy it up a little bit. And then we can see Rekt about those jobs in the morning.
Situation report 001. My name is Burt Remmington. On Christmas Eve, an undead creature found its way under my doorstep. I put a bullet in its head and put it down. Within 48 hours, the entire city was crawling with the undead. There were zombies everywhere we looked. I fought with everything I had in my bunker, taking down hundreds of the things before finally I ran out of ammo. I had nothing left to throw at them. So, I put one foot in the front of the other, and I headed for my father's cabin.
Just over a week ago, I was
buying myself a brand new auto shotty for Christmas. And now, I'm hunkered down, afraid to leave my home, terrified of what awaits outside. I don't know what tomorrow brings. All I know is, I'm hungry, I'm thirsty, and if I'm to survive this apocalypse, then I need to evolve. I was prepared for any apocalypse, except for this one.
Who knew the dead would come back to life?
I certainly didn't.
Well, I tore through this place. Whoever was here before, they didn't leave us much behind. I did manage to find some bolt cutters, they could come in handy. And just a few nails here and there. The kitchen was completely bare. I'm hungry, I'm thirsty. Think I'm gonna have a can of miso. My last jar of water. Well, it might not be the comfiest of places, but I'm gonna sleep with my feet facing the door. Hopefully get some shut-eye as we prepare for whatever Rekt has in store for us tomorrow. It's 0300. I've had a couple of hours sleep. I'm feeling rested, but my stomach is growling, and I'm hungry. I've got one tin of pears to my name, and, well, let's be real, it ain't gonna last very long. We need to head into town, we need to find some supplies. But Rekt, he has a bunch of these jobs for all these other communities out there that we could possibly take part in. So I do want to go and see him. It's not quite dawn yet, but I'm hoping by the time we reach Rekt, the sun will be nice and high in the sky.
Well, about time you showed up there, Bud.
I think you got some work for me then.
Yeah, your first job's an easy one. I had a pretty little thing. Young woman, a couple of her kids. They held up at the old Simmons shanty. It's just down the road from here. They've been there about a week. And it turns out they've been making quite a racket. Attracted, well, I don't know how many yet, but there's quite a few on their way. Listen, your job is simple. Go up there and take them out. Wipe out every undead. I don't know what she's planning to do. She was debating whether she was gonna leave or she was gonna stick it out. Either way, that place is literally a couple of feet down the road from here. And I don't want them knocking on my door. Understand, son?
I understand. Professional zombie bait. Burt Remmington. That's what I came here for. Yeah, Rekt. Consider it done. I'll take care of it.
Best luck, bud.
Now, I should probably get rid of these before he turns up. That fool Rekt will be sending somebody over here. And I can't have them discovering what I've been up to. After all, I did change my name just to get away from that life, but... and I had to come back to it with the apocalypse. You know, there goes all the traces of my experiments. Now all I've got to do is wait for Rekt to send some fool my way. And then when he shows up, I can make my getaway.
I need food, and I need hydration, and I ain't gonna find it out here by the roadside. So let's go check out this residence and see what we can do. I do have that one sandwich from yesterday. Last time I had something this old, it gave me freaking dysentery. Here's hoping. Down the hatch it goes. Well, this is the place. There were a group of survivors held up here up until recently. They moved on, but the Zeds do seem to have their scent. I want to check this place first, make sure nobody's taking up residence here. You know, the undead kind. They had a pretty nice setup here. It was a bit small. I wonder if that's why they moved on. Oh, they did leave a snake for me. I'll have the meat for sure. Yep, it definitely looks like we got some of the undead kind here. Oh, he got me good, he got me good. Oh man, patch that up, patch that up, patch that up. I'm bleeding. These freaking... I tell you, it's like they turn undead and their nails grow 10 inches. It's nasty. Found where that snake came from. Yeah, look, somebody was sleeping inside. Some wanted posters. I wonder if they were looking for somebody and that's why they left. Maybe they found their scent. Oh, bless their cotton socks. A can of stock. That's better than the sandwich. Yeah, we got more undead up here. Thankfully, this bone knife is doing the work. Yeah, a lot of wanted posters here. Well, this is that room that we peeked in. They left a duffel bag behind. Yeah, just some pickled corn. What about in here? Oh, they left a car. Oh, I hear someone, I hear someone. Oh, there he is, put out of his misery. Yeah, I'll check these in just a second. More food, that couldn't come at a better time. Unfortunately, it does come with a couple of guards. Alright, let's take these out. There's 3 of them in here. That's 1. That's 2. And that's 3. Oh, they were definitely butchering something here. Okay, let's do a quick wrap-up of the supplies. Some iron, that'll certainly be useful. What about in here? Just some soybeans. Yeah, a little bit of murky water here. That's okay. I don't mind boiling that stuff. Although we are going to need some kind of pot for that. I just can't do it. Oh, some charred meat. I mean, it's charred. It still looks pretty good. I would certainly favor it over an old moldy sandwich. Yeah, no first aid bandages. We did get a normal bandage. Yeah, some dog food. You know, it surprisingly doesn't taste as bad as you would think. I've had it a time or two. When you're preparing for the apocalypse, you got to be prepared for everything. You know, it looks like they left in a bit of a hurry because they didn't even open the Shamway food crate. Some peas in there. That's not really what we want. Peas and dog food for tea, it looks like. It looks like that's what we're having for sure. Yeah, they left a bandage behind. That'll replenish the one that we lost. And what's this? Ooh, landmines trigger 2 seconds slower. I remember learning that trick a few years back. Always good to be reminded of it. Okay, I'm a little bit parched, so we'll drink the black tea. And now what we've got is to fortify the area. Okay, we've got this generator. We'll place that down. Oh, I start to see them coming in. That's 1. That generator is producing a lot of noise. It is drawing him in. Maybe we weren't here to clear out. Maybe we're here to be the diversion while they get away. I don't know. It's above my pay grade at the minute. I just do what I'm told. Oh yeah, we got quite a lot of them coming in now, look. Alrighty, I'm going to stay out here. I'm going to stay out where there's a lot of space. I survived in Nazigain simply by avoiding them. Staying in a wide open space, prevent being caught in tight quarters. But that's how we do it, and I can use these defenses to my advantage. Yeah, we should invest in some of this around our cabin. But hush, don't tell Rekt. It seems to be doing our job for us. Oh god, those bloody nails, I tell you. Nasty things. They get right into the skin. They just tear you apart in seconds. So far, I've managed to take out a dozen of them. And I think this will mark the 15th one. Now I've already let these things chase me out of my home once. I'm gonna put down as many as I can. I think she's the last one. Nope. We've got 2 more over here caught in the confines of a simple home life.
Well, Rekt, the job's done, but it wasn't an easy one. By the time I got there, the place was overrun. I didn't see any signs of the living. I don't think anyone survived.
Yeah, don't go beating yourself up, bud. They got away. Wandering horde passed through about 10 minutes before you got there. Managed to get inside of the place, but don't worry. People that were there, they got away safe and sound. Thanks to you, there wasn't such a ruckus with that generator I gave you. Everybody got out safe and sound. I don't know where they're heading,
but they're alive.
Well, ain't that a spot of good news? I'm glad to hear that. Anyway, we were talking yesterday about a Beau's Mart, about food. I'm hungry, Rekt. It's time you held up your end of the deal.
Yeah, but I know I said I'd try, but there just ain't any work at one just yet. But hey, for the apocalypse, I've heard supplies up and down this valley. There might be food in one of them. Looking at your map there, I'd say it's about here-ish, give or take a few feet. Like always, I buried the important stuff in a crate named White River. That's all I care about. The rest is yours, Burt. There should be a bit of food and hydration, just to keep you going.
Well, there better be, Rekt. There better be. I'm starving. I'll see you again real soon. Time to start digging. Okay, he said this one was going to be better than the last. It's marginally better, but it looks as though we aren't the only cats out here for the treasure. Well, that's the third one down. Let's go and give this back to Rekt. Although, what a wicked drink to be, Dadrick's Island Breeze. Man, this stuff is strong.
Well, it's about damn time you got back, Burt. I've been waiting for you.
Boy, I got your damn supplies.
Forget about them supplies, Burt. Don't matter anymore. Listen, I got a few people. My people. They were raiding the Beau's Mart.
I thought you said there was no work at a Beau's Mart, Rekt.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but Burt, now ain't the time. You turned up on my doorstep less than 24 hours ago and you expect me to send you to a market filled with food. There's lots of folks out here want food. Some of them's been doing work for me for years. I don't know you from a hole in the wall.
Maybe I make a hole in the wall, Rekt. You're really starting to piss me off.
All right, Burt. Calm down. No need for violence in here. I mean, I could return to this cabinet here and shoot your balls off if I wanted to. But don't worry, I won't. Listen. Place is overrun. There's another horde of zombies on the way. My people didn't get a chance to loot it. You go out there and you take care of those deads, you can loot the place. If you don't, there's a community very local to that mart. They relied on my people there. And well, if that horde comes wandering through, it won't just be the Beau's Mart that's a target. That community will fall as well. I don't think you're ready to see innocent people die, are you?
Just remember, Rekt. They may be innocent, but you and I, we got a score to settle. I'm gonna save this family, and then you and I, we're gonna have a chat about this here deception. You understand?
There's no chat to be had, but I told you, different levels of trust. The more jobs you do for me, the more I trust you with this stuff. I've got to make sure that I send the right people after the right places. After all, but you're not the only one looking for food. I need to take care of those that take care of those.
Well, you can file this conversation under incomplete. I'll be back. Mark my words. Yeah, I'll be back for sure, Rekt. This looks like the place, Beau's Market. Right, this is the place. First things first, we need to clear the area. I do want to keep a lookout for something that we can boil this murky water in. The cream corn, that ain't gonna do it. Looks like this place already has occupants. Another one in the bedroom. He had a backpack on him. Look at that, a little bit of brass, Ranger's Guide to Archery. Hey, a little secret to crafting explodable arrows. You won't catch me saying no. Looks like it leads underground. There's another one of the undead freaks. Didn't win 3 world championships for nothing, Mind you, that was a while back. Another site of the undead. Make sure that we check behind every door, and that's the reason why. I was a little bit clunky there, woke him up. He is put down. Food stash. Another black tea, some cat food to go with that dog food. We'll be eating like a king tonight. Well, the front of the store looks clean. Never mind. I can hear them groaning. Let's get the front door open. There he is, though, coming down from the attic. We'll put him down. Yeah, and this one too. Now, Rekt did say that we could loot the place and keep whatever we find. I see why now. Place has been overrun. Yeah, someone left an airbrush behind, but they didn't leave a cooking pot behind. Even the medicine cabinet's been raided. Well, the coast still seems clear. By my count, we still got a couple more minutes. I want to check up here. Yeah, more sights of the undead. Yeah, look, we got them here. But we'll put them down like we've put the rest of them down. Yeah, looks like somebody was camped out up here, look. We got the sleeping bag, we got a box, we got the medical supplies. Well, what they didn't use, we certainly will. A medical journal. Yeah. I was hoping for some sort of first aid. But I'll take the iced tea. Again, another unopened delivery. Some more tea, some chicken soup. At least we're getting a little bit of food. What about some shotgun shells? I will always say yes to more. Yes. That'll go in our little potato gun that we've got here. There's some first aid. The art of mining, blackstrap coffee. The recipe for that. Oh man, my grandpa used to make that kind of stuff. Nasty stuff. It has a real kick to it. Okay. They're here. The mission is simple. We need to take out 30 of them. I'm going to hold my ground right here. At the front. I see them coming in. They all seem to be moving in from the west. The east is clear. South, clear. Yeah, we got them all around. We need to be careful. Go in for the stab. Pull back. We are faster than them. Plan is to try and go for the straddlers. Yeah, they're moving in from the south now. Oh, I am so grateful that these guys are slow. Oh no. Stunned. That one caught me right around the frickin' temple. I could feel his fingernail. Right down the face. I think I swallowed a bit of his blood. Right, there's the 30 that Rekt wants. But I ain't about to leave this horde here. Yeah, some of these are real tough son of a guns. Just stay there a minute. Yeah, I need to have some cat food. I was saving this for supper, but I'm peckish. So let a shotgun rip. Vaporization. Okay, I've strengthened the bone knife again. Yeah, now it's working a real treat. And she is the last one. We stood our ground. We fought valiantly. I need to get back to the cabin. I need to get some honey. I'm hoping Grandma's old trick still works. Now, where were we before I left? Yeah, that's right. We were having a little chat.
Soldier, wasn't anything to chat about. Since you're back, I can only assume the place is secure.
Yeah, I put down the dead that was inside, and then I put down the dead that was approaching. It was one heck of a horde, that's for sure.
And did you find what you were looking for? Food for your belly?
Yeah, I did. But just because I got food in my belly now doesn't mean that you and I got a problem. You knew that I was looking for some place for food. You didn't want to send me there, you wanted it for yourself.
I've been through this with you, but it wasn't about me. I sent my people to that there mark to gather all the supplies they could the second the apocalypse happened. I got most of them all across the shelves of my store. Like I said, but there are a lot of folks who are hungry and a lot of people are relying on me to keep them fed. And if they've got the Dukes, I'm happy to oblige.
Well, where was your generosity when I told you I was hungry then?
Well, you come in here, but you seem like a tough son of a gun. I recognize your name. 3-time world champion sharpshooter. Am I right?
Don't forget the 17 regional ones too.
No one likes to brag, but when it comes to the food on my shelves, they're for the moms, the kids, the pops, those that aren't as adept with the weapons as you are. Those who, if they go out onto the streets, they're likely to become a meal. I knew you could handle yourself, but so I sent you after other supplies. Those that folk would likely die going after, because I know that you wouldn't. You're a tough son of a gun. You've proven that.
So just because I can handle myself, that means that you can put my life in danger? It don't work like that.
Demonstrate it don't, bud. It works how I say it works. Those who can defend themselves, do defend themselves. Those who can't, I protect. I get paid for it. Told you. Two ends of rope are the same piece. If you don't like it, then don't come looking for work for me here.
That family that I saved earlier? Ones that got away? That's something that I can do. You could have been straight with me from the get-go. Told me that you had a mart, that you were keeping it for those who couldn't defend themselves. Could have saved us a whole bit of drama right here. Instead, you lead me astray.
That's why you got wax in your ears or something, son. Told you. Different levels of trust. You come in here, I give you a few grunt jobs when I know I can trust you, and I'll let you in on the bigger secrets. How the community works, how the trade routes operate, how I keep my business intact. All of those things. They come when I trust you. I had no way of knowing that you wouldn't just storm the mine and take everything that you need, that you wouldn't understand my reasoning.
One of these days, Rekt, I'm gonna punch you square in that jaw. I swear it. But, for now, I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna calm down.
Well, if you want another job, I've got some supplies. There's food in it if you want it.
You seriously want me to go and dig up more supplies?
Hey, Brett, you can pound away at that dirt all you want. Get that anger out.
Fine. Where is it? Sun is setting. It's about 1900 hours. I figure I've got just enough time to dig up this bourbon, get it back to him. I want to get into that higher tiered stuff, you know. He keeps talking about the better jobs. I don't want to keep wearing this primitive gear forever. One more hole it is. Bourbon and milk? Is this really all you sent me out there for?
That there, Burt, it's the finest bourbon you've ever tasted. As an apology for the drama I caused today, I figured you and I could share a glass and put this whole ordeal behind us.
Well, you know what they say, down the hatch.
Yes, the spirit there, son.
You know, if you don't laugh at the funny side of the apocalypse, you'll just drown your sorrows in bourbon all night. Well, belly's warmed. I'm feeling a little bit more relaxed. But I got a few more jobs I want to take care of tonight. I'm gonna head back to the cabin. So first things first, tear out the sink. And then with a little jiggery pokery, we can throw down one of these here barrels. And that should be able to collect us some water. Yeah, it'll take a little while, and we might need a little bit of rain. And that should help out.
Well, hello there, Mr. Burt Remmington. It's time that you and I have a little chat. If you feel me,